Welcome to Grapple FK, everyone. Just as a reminder, please subscribe, please like the videos, and leave any comments. We're covering Mike Rodriguez, Slow Mike, his nickname is. I'm not sure why, because he's very quick. Against Danilo Marques, is it, Andrew?
I think Brazilians pronounce that Marquise.
Marques, okay.
I don't know why, though. To me, that's Marquez, but,
Yeah,
whatever.
So Danilo Marques. So Mike Rodriguez, he's been in the UFC. He's had 4 or 5 fights in the UFC now. He's won a few, lost a few. One controversial loss that we'll go through later on. 11-5-0. Danilo 10-2-0. Made his debut against Cody Ibrahimov, who is probably the worst fighter I've ever seen from Dagestan. He has a 2-inch height advantage. They're around the same height, but Mike's got a substantial reach advantage. Mike is a pretty good striker, very quick. Danilo seems to be more of a ground guy, tries to go for a lot of takedowns. Really have not seen much in the way of striking from him at all. I'm not really sure if he even trains striking, to be honest, from what I've seen. But yeah, what do you think?
Well, when it comes to Danilo Marquez, I'm going to say Marquez, not Marquise. I can't say Marquez anyway. So when it comes to Danilo, there are 2 fights on the internet from recent years, like in the last 3 years or something. One is in a very low-level Brazilian organization, and his striking consisted of just doing this a lot, feinting, but not really throwing anything. Nice jab, so he stepped out on shuffled while he jabbed, which was nice. That was about it.
That was about it.
And then he got knocked the fuck out by the other guy's very first shot. So, and in that fight against Ibrahimov, we didn't really see any striking at all.
No, nothing.
Kicks, and admittedly one very nice, very heavy low leg kick, which really hurt Ibrahimov. So basically, the striking for Danilo is not really there. He's more of a ground guy. I think he's a BJJ guy. And to his credit, Danilo went for a lot of takedowns against Ibrahimov. He didn't get the first 2, 3, 4 because Ibrahimov was holding onto the fence. If he's away from the fence, he would have got those takedowns. And indeed, when it later on was out in the open, he got those takedowns pretty easily. And on the ground, we saw some jiu-jitsu from Danilo. On a couple of occasions, I think he got Ibrahimov's back. He got his hooks in and threatening the rear naked choke. So there's definitely some jiu-jitsu going on there.
Yeah.
But equally, it's not amazing jiu-jitsu. Ibrahimov was able to reverse some positions, I think, on a couple of occasions. So the jiu-jitsu isn't great. It exists, it's okay, but it's not great. But he does get takedowns, at least against somebody like Ibrahimov. And I'm thinking, because Mike Rodriguez gets taken down easily, doesn't he?
Yeah, his takedown defense is poor. I think it's... Devin Clark took him down a number of times. Ed Herman took him down a number of times. Devin Clark's a very good wrestler. I think,
but even fights, for example, against a John Allen, he was taken down.
Yeah, Ed Herman. Takedown defense 40%. Yeah, so the main threat for him is Danilo's takedowns. But in terms of striking, Danilo really doesn't have much to offer.
Almost nothing.
Yeah, almost nothing, basically. He's got no head movement as well, so which is probably why he got knocked the fuck out in that fight that you were talking about. Almost straight away.
Yeah, he doesn't throw volume either.
Yeah.
And I think in that fight against Ibrahimov, he within 2.5 minutes, he gassed. So he went for those takedowns, expended a lot of energy, and he was tired very early into the fight. I don't know whether that's because the UFC called him maybe 2 weeks out.
And I think they did. I think they
That'll make
did.
sense.
Yeah.
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 So I'm guessing this guy is not a professional fighter. I'm guessing he has another job, and he just didn't have time to train and work on his cardio.
Yeah.
Um, or maybe a combination of both. He's a massive guy. He's 6'6", pretty chunky.
Yeah.
Maybe that weight cut to 205 just killed him.
Yeah. It's probable.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, but either way, what we've seen of him, his cardio sucks.
His cardio sucks. I mean, he got outlanded by Cadiz, who is really not great. I mean, he has the overhand right. That is it. He has nothing else in his arsenal. If you're getting outlanded by him, then you're going to have some serious problems against Rodriguez on the feet anyway. So yeah, he did gas pretty quickly. I mean, it should be mentioned that going for takedowns takes a lot of energy anyway. But yeah, if he was cutting down from what his fight prior to this was at heavyweight, you said.
I don't believe so, but he definitely walks around a very,
Oh
very
yeah,
big
he'd
guy.
walk around that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's
Yeah,
6'6".
Yeah, I mean, we've discussed this throughout 2020, right? The UFC, particularly at the higher weight divisions, have just been looking for anyone really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's not surprising. But I mean, okay, so we've spoken about him. Let's go on to Mike Rodriguez. We know, I mean, he's a good striker. He's got a lot of power, good elbows, good knees, good kicks, throws combinations. But obviously, what's worrying for him is the takedown defense. Do you think he can fend off Danilo?
This is the thing. On balance, I'm going to say probably.
Yeah,
because we can look at Danilo and say, oh yeah, he got loads of takedowns against Ibragimov. That doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. I'm sure that Danilo can get a takedown against Rodriguez. The thing is he good enough to do anything with it? Is he going to be threatening submissions? Is he going to be getting ground and pound in? I'm not convinced. And again, this is a question of levels. We can say, oh yeah, Mike Rodriguez got taken down loads of times by John Allen and Devon. Who's that
Devon
guy?
Clark.
So Devon Clark.
Yeah,
these guys are decent fighters.
Yeah.
And John Allen, who you probably haven't heard of, he's a decent fighter in the US, in the UFC. Danilo Marques isn't.
Yeah.
So I mean, I suspect that Mike Rodriguez can probably hold off Danilo Marques sufficiently in order to not get subbed. I'm not saying it won't happen. I think there's a slight risk of that.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't stop me from backing Rodriguez here.
I mean, he got subbed by Ed Herman, but I mean, we all know from that fight that he finished Ed Herman in the second round.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was an unfortunate refereeing issue.
Yeah. Huge error. Has he been subbed? No other subs in the UFC.
Yeah, and so subbed. I mean, it's getting subbed by Ed Herman. Ed Herman's not the best fighter. He's very much a journeyman, 50-50 fighter. But Ed Herman is still streets ahead of Danilo Marques.
Yeah, he's been around for ages.
Yeah,
he's been around for a long time, and he did win. Rodriguez did fuck him up. So,
And the thing is, if Rodriguez is punching you at range, those and bearing in mind he's got knees as well. If Rodriguez is keeping Danilo Marques occupied, the chances of those takedowns are much slimmer. Because Ibragimov just did nothing.
Yeah, he did nothing. Yeah, he did nothing. He just threw the odd overhand right. Offered nothing. No, Mike's good. Mike throws combos. Mike throws knees, kicks, elbows in the clinch. I like Mike striking. Very quick too. Very explosive.
Yes, sometimes it is good. Like he hits hard, he hits straight down the pipe. It's decent Muay Thai for a bigger guy. He uses that range really nicely. He keeps people at range.
Yeah.
He's also good at closer range as well. He's good in the clinch. My slight concern for Mike Rodriguez is that he doesn't necessarily throw all that much. That there are sort of lulls in his fights where he's quite inactive, which I put down to maybe a cardio thing as well. I don't think he's got the best cardio.
Yeah, he did gas against Ed Herman in the third round. And then he went 3 rounds with Devin Clark. He got outlanded, but that was mainly because Devin Clark was taking him down and ground and pounding him or throwing rabbit shots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's pretty powerful. I think if he catches someone clean with a combo, he'll rock them.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And our boy Danilo has been knocked out before.
Quickly as well.
Yeah.
He's and what is he? Danilo's 35 to 36, isn't he?
He's 35, yeah.
Yeah, 35.
So Danilo is basically an amateur MMA fighter who's got really lucky thanks to COVID. That's it.
Yeah, got lucky with his first fight. I mean, let's just look at Cadice's records. 4 losses in the UFC now. Got choked out in his first fight. Ed Herman beat him in a unanimous decision. Roman Deladze, I remember that knockout. He's a good fighter from Georgia. KO'd him in the first round. And then Danilo beat him via unanimous decision as well. So this guy is not UFC quality. Not at all. Yeah. I mean, we had a theory that probably the IT guy at Eagles MMA in Dagestan, and they just gave him a shot. But and maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. But I
don't know where they find these people.
I don't know. I think maybe sometimes I know it happens in Central Asia. I'm assuming it happens in the Caucasus as well. The best fighters don't get through a lot of the time. There's a lot of nepotism. There's bribery and so on. It happens. The best fighters don't get through to the Olympics and that. So maybe it's just a case of that. Maybe he just knew someone. He's related to someone that got him in.
Like
because he's not good. He should really be cut.
He should really what?
He should be cut from the UFC. He's got 4 losses.
He probably is already.
Yeah, he probably has been cut, actually.
Yeah. I mean, even the commentators were taking the piss.
You know? And they don't normally do that.
No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems pretty clear. I mean, I can imagine we've talked about the potential takedown threats from Danilo Marques. I think a much more realistic scenario is Rodriguez is going to bang Danilo Marques hard in the face.
Yeah.
And hurt him.
Yeah.
A lot. Repeatedly. Until he falls over.
Yeah. He's just too slow, man. He's too slow, and Mike throws a lot of output, and he's really quick. And I think he can stuff a takedown or two. Even if he gets taken down, I think he could probably fend off the submission threat in the first round. I think with Ed Herman, it was late in the third round. He'd worn himself out. He'd gone for the knockout. I don't think Danilo can submit Mike in the first round. I mean, obviously there's a chance. There's probably like a 20-25% chance it may happen. But more likely, Mike will fend off the takedowns, stay away from the submission threats, and probably KO TKO this guy quite quickly. He's got no striking, no head movement.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. So who do you think is the favorite going into this fight?
It has to be Mike. I'm thinking he's a big favorite.
Okay, what odds are you giving Mike Rodriguez?
I'm hoping he's not a big favorite because of his loss to Ed Herman. But I mean, that wasn't really a loss, but he probably is a big minus 300, maybe minus 250.
Well, right bang in the middle, minus 275.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Those odds are reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
What odds do you think they've given Marques?
Plus 120.
Plus
180 or something like that.
plus 200.
Yeah, plus 200. Yeah. I was just looking for my charger.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the odds for submission by Marquise or Marquez?
Plus 650.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think you're thinking what I was thinking. We put Rodriguez in one of the comes, and then
It's got to be safe.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we hedge that with a Marquez submission.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
So what you could do, so Danilo Marques submission in round 1 is plus 1400. In round 2, it's plus 200. So you put maybe a very small amount on a Danilo Marques submission in round 1 and 2, and that's your hedge.
What is it for round 3?
Plus 2200, 2200.
Okay.
But that's not happening, is it?
Yeah, you won't get to that. You won't get to round 3.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we're thinking of putting this guy in a come.
I think. Sorry, carry on.
We've got a risky come built out already, haven't we?
We do.
Volkov, Zalal, and Sandhagen, as you said.
Yeah.
This is probably more of a safe come.
I think this is a safe come. Yeah.
But we need some other comes. We need some other fights for the safe come.
We do. We need to assess. Ferreira and Dariush we're staying away from. We've said. What was the? Oh, so Cody Stamann has got a new opponent, Askar Askar.
I think that's Askar Askarov.
Isn't Askar Askarov at like 125 pounds or something? I don't think.
Let me look this guy up. Sorry, it is Askar Askar. Oh wait, no, it's got to be. This must be Askar Askarov, right?
Let me check.
He's flyweight, yeah.
Oh, are they flyweights?
I don't think it's Stamann a flyweight.
No, I don't think so. No, it's Askar Askar fighting out of Chicago, Illinois.
I can't find him on Tapology.
Oh, he's Palestinian.
Askar AK-47 Askar, Christ.
Fucking hell.
That's
that's out there.
Yeah, that's some PLO shit.
Yeah, exactly. He's got some wins in the LFA. We need to look into this guy probably. But Cody Stamann is very, very well rounded. Very well rounded.
Yeah, so who's Cody Stamann beaten? Brian Kelleher, not bad.
Brian Kelleher, Alejandro Perez, and a few other people in the UFC that I haven't heard of. But I mean, the point is he's been fighting in the UFC a long time. He had a draw against Yadong Song as well.
Yeah, so that's like 5 wins in the UFC.
Yeah, exactly. And this Askar guy is coming in. Short notice as well. Very short notice. This got changed. We checked that maybe 2 days ago.
Okay.
So this is a week's notice for this guy.
Sorry, can you just look at this guy's height?
Yeah. 5'7".
Oh, fuck. Cutting to... Well, what weight class is this?
135.
Well, it's not that bad.
It's a very unusual name, actually. Askar Askar. Very unusual. Askar means soldier in Persian and Arabic and Turkish as well. But to have it twice is very unusual. Anyway.
It ties into the PLO theme.
Yeah, PLO. Maybe we should report this guy.
Yeah. So I think we need to do some research into this guy. But I mean, obviously, Cody Stamann is a big favorite there, and a
Yeah,
potential
Cody
candidate.
Stamann. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so yeah, Cody Stamann could be a candidate for the safe come along
Safe
with our boy Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond that,
Beyond that, who else have we got?
there's Timur Valiev. He's minus 400.
Yeah, he's meant to be like a very good Dagestani fighter, but I don't think he's fought yet, or he fought and he didn't look that great. He was meant to be the next big thing coming out of Dagestan, but I don't know. So many fighters are coming out of Dagestan at the moment. Fuck knows what's going on. We could look into that too.
Yeah, your
But
dad.
we'll
Timur, isn't
sorry?
he? Your dad's
Sorry?
called Timur.
Yeah, my dad's name's Timur. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Walid's dad. Just in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, he's not my dad.
No, it was. Yeah, so Timur Valiev. Yeah, for some reason that name is pointing out at me.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype about this guy. He's like a Sambo world champion or some shit. Yeah, usual crap you get from Dagestan.
I think we did a podcast on this guy, didn't we?
Possibly. I think we may have covered it, and then the fight fell through.
No, I think the fight, or maybe it did. He did have a fight last year. Ended up as a no contest, so I don't know what happened there.
I can't remember. But what we'll do is what day is it? It's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for everyone watching, we'll come out with new predictions very, very quickly. So just to reiterate, there has been a change to the Cody Stamann fight. He's now fighting a guy called Askar Askar, fighting out of Illinois by way of Palestine, nickname AK-47. Interesting fight. Cody Stamann is obviously going to be the favorite here. And then we'll also look at Timur Valiev against Martin Day, Mike Rodriguez against Danilo Marques. We've got Mike Rodriguez. However, we'll hedge it with a bet on a round 1 and a round 2 sub by Marques. Michael Johnson v Clay Guida. We're probably going to ignore that, to be honest. I have no idea what happened in that fight.
Yeah, just sort of go back to the Valiev fight. He's fighting a guy called Martin the Spartan Day.
Yeah.
Who is Japanese. I don't quite know why he's given himself that name, but he's had 3 fights in the UFC and lost them all.
But what's his real name?
Something Japanese, I guess. I don't know. So this could be a potential good contender for the safe come.
So that's why he's minus 400. Good work there, Andrew.
Yeah, research. Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's lost 3 in the UFC and Timur Valiev is, let's check. Same hometown as Khabib. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, got a no contest against Trevin Jones. Yeah, I mean, before that, he fought in GFC. Sorry?
There definitely was a lot of hype about this guy, and I think maybe he was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, he's fought in good organizations, though. PFL is very good. Like, these are solid records: 18-3, 19-3, 19-4, 25-5, 9-0. He's fought like very experienced people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Martin Day, and then GFC is obviously he fought in GFC. GFC is the organization that Khabib has bought now. He's turning it into the EFC, which will be the Eagle Fighting Championship, and it will be on UFC Fight Pass soon, apparently.
Okay.
Martin Day's from Hawaii, fighting out of Hawaii, born in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's not good. Yeah, 4 losses. Yeah, 3 losses in a row. Okay, we can look into this. And he's lost on like regional circuits as well. So we could potentially have quite a solid safe come and a solid risky one too, with solid hedges.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, our risky come is pretty decent.
Yeah, risky come's definitely
with those hedges. I like it.
Yeah, should make some money there. But yeah, let's wrap this up. So the fight in question, Mike Rodriguez against Danilo Marques. I've got Mike Rodriguez. I think you'll probably KO him, KO Danilo. Probably late in the first round. I think KO or TKO.
It could be, yeah. It could be.
Yeah.
I'm going to say round 2.
Round 2, okay.
Definitely, probably a finish, KO, TKO finish for Rodriguez.
Yeah, and then yeah. So the hedge for this, guys, is a sub win for Marques, round 1 or round 2. It won't go to round 3. We don't think.
Yeah. You know, I've got to timestamp the predictions and the betting tips. So should we just run through the parlay quickly?
Yeah, go on then. Do you want to do it?
Yeah. So we'll put Mike Rodriguez in a safe come. That's a safe accumulator or parlay, and we'll be looking at two other fights to put him in with, and we'll be hedging. So that's a Mike Rodriguez win, and we'll be hedging that with a Danilo Marques submission win in rounds 1 and rounds 2, and maybe a tiny bet on round 3. So if we lose the parlay and Danilo Marques wins, we'll make our money back and more. But we're anticipating that Rodriguez will win this.
Yeah. And then that's it. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, subscribe, leave any comments. Please do engage, and everybody have a good time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.